Hey there and welcome back. So we created the CRUD function, the create, in our product controller and tested it using Postman, the extension. We also tested the welcome route and seemed to work. So let's continue on the product controller. And uh, one thing I just want to note before we start is that when we include the users and they can sign up and they can log in and everything. Of course, we would like to make sure that some of these routes can only be accessed and used if you have authorized yourself, if you have logged in. So we will need to modify these routes a little bit in this definition here so that we can check that the user has been logged in. But for now, we're just letting these routes being open so we can test them out and we can try them. So let's go back here. We got the create product and let's continue with the get, how we can get data. And I'm just going to copy this template here. Basically, let's see here. I think I'm going to copy maybe the template of the function here actually, because we can use this. So that was a post route. Let's see if we create the get or retrieve, depending on what you want. Get all products is the first. And if we're not using this promise here, we can actually omit it. We can just put it like this. But if we want to specify the exact return data type, we can, of course. But this will also be okay. So we still have the request and the response. For this, we will not need a body because we don't need to send any data. This is also why this is a GET request. We will need to connect to the database, of course. We will need to run a command to the database. So we need to ask the database to get all of the documents in the product model. So we will ask the product model to find, and then we have the option find as a command that will allow you to search for and get specific documents that you're looking for. And for that you can put a filter in here. If you don't provide any filter, it will return everything in that collection. So this refers to the product model, and the product model refers to the collection called product. And if we go over here, we can see products. So we have the connection here. Yes, from our database. So if we go back, let's see here, we have product model. We're gonna look for search for everything. And then we are going to send the result. This will be in an array, a JSON array, or an array of JSON objects. And then we will just send back the error. If we have an error, maybe we should modify this message here saying that error retrieving products. Okay. So, and maybe we should do a header for this. Yes, from the data source, all right. And what we can do now, we need to go to the router, the routes file, and we need to extend upon this definition here. So we got the create. And if we make a copy here, we can say that we want to have get. So they're called the same, but they are different in the terms of the HTTP methods. And of course, we need a different function as well. And if we extend on this import up here, we can see that now we have get all product, because we defined it in the controller, and now we can say here get all products. So now we have the create and the get or retrieve in the CRUD here, and if we head over to Postman, we can create a new request. Let's see here. So we can call this get all products. And this is just the same. I think we can reuse some of these. So API / products, and this is a get. Pretty simple one. We don't need to have a body. And let's see if we can run this. Okay, so we can see here that we get 201, which is not correct because this is something we did in the creator. It went okay, but we need to change this because we haven't created anything. We just retrieved data. But we can see that nonetheless we get an array of JSON objects. And now we only have one in our database, which is right here. We could do a small test here if we wanted to. We can say create product. We can do product number 2. So we can do also a good product. And let's see, pretty cheap product maybe. This is not in stock. Yes, let's have a look how this goes. This is a post. So we're sending that, and then let's go back to our create all to see what happens now. Maybe we can just modify this status code here because we should not return 201. We can do 200 to signify 200 OK. And then 500 server error. So let's go back and run the endpoint test here. We can see we get product 1 and 2. So now we have 2 different JSON objects that we can work with in the front end. All right, so that was the next CRUD route. And of course, we can modify this. We can extend upon the filter, the query, to get specific products if we want to. But I think this is okay for this video. Thanks for watching and have fun with this. Bye-bye.